Welcome to Pat Writes Books. The video you're about to watch is intended for mature audiences. It will likely contain an abundance of cursing, adult discussions, and worst of all, personal opinions. So chill out, grab a snack, and enjoy the show. Take it away, Sensei.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Patrick. I'm your friendly internet wordsmith, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to write more effectively. Now, to clarify, these tips will not help you improve your writing voice, style, or anything of that nature. This video is intended to help you improve the actual act of writing and increase your productivity. If you're looking for a video discussing some of those other topics, be on the lookout for a future video because I plan to cover them at some point. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Tip number one, and these are in no particular order, by the way. Tip number one is to find yourself a consistent rhythm. Now, when I originally wrote this script, I had wrote down schedule, but after thinking about it, I decided to change it to rhythm because I feel like it better encapsulates the point I'm trying to make. Now, I'm sure there are a good chunk of you who are probably like, no shit, Pat. In order to be a writer, you're going to have to write consistently. All the professional authors say you got to write every day. If you're not pumping out 15 pages every single day, you're a waste of fucking space. And to that, I want to give a firm get the fuck out of here. Allow me to elaborate. Should you write consistently? Absolutely yes. Unless you want to be the guy who releases a new book once a decade, and trust me, nobody wants to be that guy, you need to write consistently. Does that mean you have to strap yourself to your computer and not see the light of day until you get 20 pages down? No. No. We all have tons of things going on in our lives. For me personally, I work a full-time job. I have 2 dogs. I have a lovely wife. I have a baby on the way. So yeah, my plate's pretty full. If I get done with all my responsibilities for the day, it's not bedtime, and I somehow have the mental capacity to put something down on the screen, it's a fucking miracle. And I should really be going out and playing the lottery instead of writing, because the luck on that is fucking amazing. Now, things would be a little bit different if, say, writing was my full-time job. But statistically speaking, being able to support yourself, let alone a family, on your writing alone, it's an epic feat. It's a rarity in the field. So for the average writer, I mean, you're going to be juggling multiple responsibilities. Furthermore, you can experience what I like to call burnout. Now, back in 2018, I attempted NaNoWriMo for the first and probably last time. I didn't make it to the finish line. I hit around 33,000 words before I just couldn't do it anymore. But even post Nano, I tried to keep up the good fight, but I kept running into the same problem, and that is what I like to call burnout. See, I would always go ham for like a week or two, and then feel like I couldn't string like 2 words together. Eventually, I realized that I work best when I'm writing 3 to 4 chapters a week. Anything beyond that, and my brain turns to fucking spaghetti. And I don't mean like the good kind of spaghetti like you get from Olive Garden. I'm talking like spaghetti from a can, like where you got like the mushy noodles and the meat balls. So my first tip is to find a consistent writing rhythm. And yes, side note, that means foregoing some fun things like going out with friends or playing video games to get some writing done. This is in no means a excuse to shirk off writing. Which actually what the fuck is wrong with me? Which actually segues into tip number 2 quite nicely, and that is, do not beat yourself up if you miss a writing session here and there. Damn, that shit was hard to get out. I don't know why that was so hard to get out. The funny thing about life is that none of us know what the fuck's gonna happen. If we did, it would honestly be pretty boring unless you were the only one that had that kind of clairvoyance. And if that was the case, let's be 100% honest, who wouldn't use that knowledge to get like fucking rich and never work a day in their life? Back to the point on hand though, there have been several times where I've had like an emergency or something, and while I planned to write that night, it just wasn't happening. Or more commonly, I'd get home from a long day of work and again, dinner wasn't cooked, ordered fucking pizza. There wasn't a damn thing getting done that night. And for a while that used to bother me, and it would have a bit of a spiraling effect. See, it would start like this. I'd get the feeling shitty about being unproductive with my writing, and that would cause me to be less motivated to write. I'd maybe not write for a couple days, a week, whatever. Point is, when I finally got out of my funk and sat down to write again, now I gotta play catch up because I don't remember exactly where I left off at. I have to study my outline again. I have to get back in the groove. And if I don't get back in the groove, I feel like I'm a shitty writer, which then in turn makes me less motivated to write. And I'm sure you can see how this rabbit hole goes. Again, this is not supposed to be an excuse for you to shirk off your writing whenever your friends are going out to the bar to catch happy hour again. Or this is not supposed to be an excuse. It's just that if life happens, or you're just not feeling it and it'd be a waste of time to even try, don't feel bad about it. Go out, have fun, take care of your responsibilities, do whatever you're doing instead of writing. Go ahead and do it, and go ham in the next session. Tip number 3, go ahead and designate a specific area for you to go and write in. Now, of course, you can write pretty much anywhere and everywhere you'd like to, and I actually encourage you to do so. Personally, I use Google Docs for that very reason. I can access my work from pretty much anywhere, so long as I have an internet connection. So that's hella Gucci. I've written stuff in hospital waiting rooms, at work during my lunch break, in the car, picking up my wife from somewhere, wherever, that doesn't matter. The point is, you can pretty much write anywhere, but hands down, I get my best work done when I'm in my office here, alone, music's going, and it's just me and the words. That sounded actually pretty corny. I'm keeping it though. I'm keeping it. And that brings me to my next tip. Make sure that you have everything you need to write before you sit down to go to write. My writing checklist goes as follows. Follows? 1, I need my tunes. 2, I need snacks. 3, I need a tasty beverage, of course. 4, I need a candle. And 5, I need to be alone. Whatever your checklist entails, you need to make sure you have it before you sit down, because if you don't have everything on your list, one of two things is going to happen midway during your writing session. A, you're going to try to power through it and potentially not be as productive as you would be if you had everything on your list. Or B, and I think we both know this is the more likely scenario, you're going to stop what you're doing to go get what you're missing. And you're definitely not going to be as productive as you would have been because you're stopping what you were doing, especially if you realize mid whatever you're doing, you're 20, 30 minutes in, whatever, and you realize, oh shit, I forgot this. And you decide to stop and come back. You're just not going to be as productive. I can guarantee you that. Interruptions suck ass. Number 5, you have to eliminate any and all distractions. And I mean it. You got to cut the shit out. We've all seen the memes. Being a writer is mostly just talking about writing and jumping on Twitter to tell other people that you should be writing instead of tweeting. We've all seen the jokes. They're stale as fuck. Well, I'm here to say, get your ass off Twitter and get back to writing. There are tons of ways to eliminate distractions. There's lockdown software that will eliminate your access to things other than your word processor. So all you can do is write on your computer. Same thing goes to your phone. Leave it in another room or something. There's similar lockdown software for that too. Do what you got to do to eliminate those distractions. Because we all know it is never just one tweet or I'm just going to watch one YouTube video and then I'm going to get back to work. It's never just one. I mean, it's like fucking Skittles. It's never just one. I think that's the wrong slogan. But fuck it. You can never eat just one Skittle. And my final tip for the video is to reward yourself for your accomplishments. It is a scientific fact that positive reinforcement breeds continued success. For example, how do you get a child to continue to behave properly? You reward them for doing the right thing. The same thing applies here. Take something you love and hold that bitch ransom. Whether it be going out to the movies, watching TV, sipping on wine, cake and ice cream, I don't know. Whatever you like to do, hold that bitch ransom. For me personally, I love playing video games. So when I was working on finishing up my current work in progress, for like the last 3 weeks or so I was working on it, I would not play any video games. I wouldn't touch it. And just so you guys know, my office is also my man cave. So my computer's like right here. My PS4 is like right here. So that bitch would be like right there, just looking all sexified and shit. And it's like, nope, I'm not gonna play any Call of Duty. I'm not gonna pop any dome skis until I finish. And when you finally finish and you reward yourself for it, it feels good. And you're gonna want to do it again. So hold that bitch ransom. Reward yourself when you make it. And there you have it. My 6 tips on being a more effective writer. Feel free to hop down below in the comments and leave any tips you might have. I'm always looking for any way I can improve, and I'm sure if you're here watching this video, you probably feel the same way. So let's all share the knowledge and become better writers together.
Thanks for kicking it with us. If you had a good time, go ahead and slap that like button. And if you're new, consider subscribing, because we do this every week. Of course, you're going to want to hit that bell too so you never miss an upload. Have an awesome day, achieve something great, and we'll catch you later.